Hello, everyone. This is Isabel. I'm at ITW 2023. And today I'm joined by a return victim of mine, Toby Williams. He's Chief Product Officer of euNetworks. Toby, welcome to the HotSeat again.
Thank you very much, Isabel. Pleasure to see you again.
So, Toby, there's an exponential demand for critical infrastructure around the world. How can the industry tackle that challenge?
I think there's a couple of different challenges there. One is on the demand side, and as you say, there's very much an explosion in demand for bandwidth in Europe and elsewhere around the world. And what's more, there's a technological challenge behind that, which is that historically, DWDM technology has soaked up a lot of that long-haul traffic demand. And now DWDM is maturing as a technology. So actually, we expect to see more an accelerating demand for long-haul fibre in the industry. And then when you look at the supply side, the challenge to that is a lot of the long-haul fibre that we've got in the industry is from 20 years ago. So when people are building out new high-scale networks today, do they really want to be doing that on 20-year-old infrastructure, which is less reliable, not well documented, and often doesn't actually have the performance or scale that we need today?
Okay. So what about euNetworks? How do you yourself tackle that challenge?
Well, yeah. So I think what we're seeing are projects which are overbuilding long-haul infrastructure. And for euNetworks, we look at it in the concept of superhighways, which is where we build super high-scale systems between city pairs, attaching to our metros from data center to data center, and building those really with a greenfield view of how would we build it for today's and the 21st century economy. So at a starting point, we think about that in terms of new fiber, new cables, and new ILAs. So all of the infrastructure is brand new. And that in itself gives us benefits in terms of reliability and also in terms of performance. Furthermore, when we think about the superhighways, we think about photonic performance. Some of the benefits that you get from the new fiber is low loss. And what that allows is, first of all, a better performance just from the fiber alone, but also it means that you can widen the spacing between amplifier sites. And that widened spacing gives better performance, and it also gives, fewer amplifiers, so better noise, lower cost, and I'll come back to that on sustainability.
So, Toby, you mentioned sustainability, and everyone's talking about sustainability. So, what is euNetworks thinking around sustainability in the context?
Well, sustainability is a fundamental challenge for all of us, something we've been thinking long and hard about in euNetworks. And there are some easy answers. For instance, moving the power of your POPs and ILAs to renewable energy. But once you've really done those easy things, actually, you're on a journey of incremental small steps to make change. So we've been thinking hard around what can we do with the superhighways, and I think some of the benefits that we can get out of the superhighways is better performance for the DWDM, and that translates into getting more bits per cost unit, but also more bits per unit of carbon output. So just the higher performance of the systems alone offers a superior carbon consumption. And kind of to go beyond that, I think really we start to have to get into how we build these systems. So the ILAs, brand new ILAs, so they make the best use of new free cooling technology and are very power efficient. And then we started to get into construction methods. And one of the projects we're working on right at the moment, we have the options to use more electric vehicles within the construction of that route. And then I think lastly, one of the opportunities we have at the moment is around the cable procurement. So cables and fiber optics can come from all over the world, but actually that carries with it quite a large cost in terms of logistics and the energy cost of fabrication. So we've recently identified a supply of cable that is manufactured and fabricated, both the glass and the cable itself, all within Europe, and specifically within France, where the energy mix has a really strong nuclear component. And we found that actually, just that alone has a really significant carbon saving. So I think really when we're looking at sustainability, there's a strategy of making it a sum of many just small incremental steps. There's no single thing that we can do to solve this puzzle, but it's something that we're working through with our vendors, both in the field, but also in the hardware and the cable side of things.
Okay, cool. Thank you for a great interview yet again. You're doing a lot. You're busy people. So thank you very much. And I hope you have a good continuation of your conference.
Likewise. Thanks very much, Isabel. Nice to see you again.
Everyone, thank you for watching. And until my next hot shot.